Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Cooper and welcome back to SIS Film Breakdowns. With the college football season now firmly behind us, that means it's All-Star Game season and more notably Senior Bowl week. Sticking with that theme, this episode features one of the most electric players in all of college football in Western Michigan wide receiver Dwayne Eskridge. A high school track and field standout, he translated that speed and athleticism onto the field his entire career at Western Michigan. Not only is he a solid receiver, as we'll see shortly, but he's also a good return man and even was switched over to cornerback in 2019 to help a depleted secondary. Let's look at what he brings as we watch the film against Toledo, Central Michigan, and Northern Illinois. Let's start against Toledo with Eskridge lined up at the top of the screen to the right of the formation. He's facing press coverage, and it's clear he's been coached up on how to beat press, as he faced it quite a bit in college. Now at the snap, when the defender gives a quick jab, Eskridge does a good job avoiding and then using his hand to swipe the defender's hand away. At that point, he has a clear lane to the inside. He shows good quickness with a hard plant at the top of the route and makes a good hands catch for a solid gain. Sticking with the same game, let's watch Eskridge to the left of the formation this time. He's going to run another slant, this time against off coverage. Now at the snap, he comes off and attacks the defender before using his speed and quickness to break at the top of the route and gain that extra separation. With Eskridge's speed, not many defenders are going to catch him when he's even, as he's able to split the two defenders and take it all the way in for the score here. Let's watch one more slant route, this time against Central Michigan. Again, Eskridge is at the top of the screen to the left of the formation and is against press coverage. At the snap, he does a good job of avoiding the jam with his body and good hand use. He's got the clear lane to the inside yet again, and at that point uses his speed to continue winning at the top of the route, all the way through the catch before running away from defenders for another score. We just watched 3 of Eskridge's 8 receptions on slant routes this season. When taking a look overall, the numbers were eye-popping. On his 8 slant route receptions, he amassed 295 yards and 5 touchdowns, which led or tied for the lead in all of college football. Now let's head back over to the Toledo game to watch Eskridge run the comeback. The curl comeback is another route he ran quite a bit of in college. He's at the bottom of the screen this time to the right of the formation on the single receiver side. Even with the defender pressed over top of him, Eskridge uses good footwork and then speed to get off the line and into his route cleanly. On most comeback and curl routes, he tends to take too many steps to get out of the top of his route, and this is one of those instances. You can see that he takes about 6 steps at the top of the route, and that allows the corner to stay on his hip. However, the one thing that Eskridge does here that the defender doesn't anticipate is come back to the football. He helps his quarterback out by coming back to get the ball and make it a little shorter throw for his quarterback. He makes a strong hands catch and forces a gang tackle in order to bring him down. Back to the Central Michigan game, Eskridge is to the left of the formation against press coverage again. This time he's going to run a curl at about 8 yards. He faced a lot of press against CMU and things got a little chippy at times, which makes sense in a rivalry game. Off the ball here, that's noticeable as Eskridge decides to deliver a blow instead of allowing the defender an opportunity to jam. This time he's much smoother and quicker out of the top of his route as the defender flies by, and after making the catch, Eskridge is able to make the corner miss and add another huge chunk of yards before being taken down. Most of his snaps came on the outside, however he did line up some in the slot this season, and that's likely where he'll fit best at the next level. That's where he's at on this play against off coverage, where he's going to run a curl once more. He's smooth off the line here and into his route before curling up, and if we pause it here at the catch, most times we want the receiver to take an upfield step so he can split the defender and break angles. Now except this time, Eskridge realizes there's only one defender he has to worry about and he's directly on top of him. So after he secures the catch, Eskridge spins to the outside and away from the safety. From there, he uses his speed to run away from defenders. Although he does almost get caught here, he shakes off that tackle attempt just before the goal line to get in for another long touchdown. We've seen Eskridge now against man coverage quite a bit, so now let's look at the numbers. On 15 catchable targets against man coverage this season, Eskridge caught 11 of them for 358 yards and 5 touchdowns. The 18.8 yards per target against man ranked first in the country. Now let's watch one final play of him with this one in the run game against Northern Illinois. He's lined up in the left slot and runs the reverse. Here he's able to showcase his speed and playmaking ability. As he gets around the edge here, he makes a great move to avoid a couple of tackles and make a huge gain. Once we get to the end zone angle, we get a good look at him forcing that missed tackle here with a great juke move and finally getting taken down after the long gain. Just another way he can be used in the offensive game plan. Let's take a look at Eskridge's 2020 numbers as a whole now. Of his 53 targets, 40 were catchable, and he hauled in 34 of them for 784 yards and 8 touchdowns. His 14.8 yards per target ranked tops in the country, while a 147.2 receiver rating ranked him third. Some crazy numbers in only 6 games played this season. Eskridge needs to work on limiting the easy drops, get stronger, and learn an NFL route tree, but he has excellent play speed, knows how to win off the line of scrimmage, especially against press coverage, and makes plays after the catch and in the return game. He's one of the most dynamic playmakers in this draft class, and his skill set should allow him to succeed in the slot and as a returner at the next level. Look for Eskridge to put some of that ability on display this week down in Mobile. Make sure to go get the SIS Football Rookie Handbook or register for a free trial on the SIS DataHub to see all of these stats and more for every player, and also tune in each week to the Off the Charts podcast. Thanks for watching SIS Film Breakdowns.